What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the Mcfarlane Toys Avatar World of Pandora, Jake, Sully, and his Banshee. That's right, my zillions. This is the small line, brand new line from Mcfarlane, the World of Pandora. Lots of monsters and vehicles and playsets. And there's a backlight glow. How about that? You know, I was very interested right from the outset because I did like Avatar. I did. And I'm interested in seeing the new one. But I was very interested in seeing Mcfarlane's line, this smaller line. Because the big ones, you know what? It's just too big, and I just don't feel like getting the big figures, the big size figures. I don't want to. I don't want to spend the money either on those, and these are much cheaper. This was 20 bucks, you know? But some of these sets are like 10 bucks or 15 bucks, so that's not bad in total. I like that idea. But I'm not sure how far into this line I'm going. I would like to review some because, you know what, monsters, dragons, stuff like that, you know, it's kind of in that realm. And again, I do like the Avatar movies, so I figured I'd start with this one. You know, you get Jake, and you get, you know, his Banshee, so you got the main aspects here of what I want to review. So I'll leave it up to you guys. You guys like this stuff? We'll review more. But for now, without any further ado, let's get to the review. And here's Jake and the Banshee. Jake and the Banshee. It's like Jake and the Fat Man. Or, I don't know. Just has like a classic, like, movie, TV trope sounding, like, old school thing. I don't know. It just does. Sorry. Anywho, here they are out of the package and all assembled up. It's a tiny little thing. It's, right now, it's hard for me to say that this is $20 worth of material here, despite the box being kind of large. Now, I don't have the plant stuff in all the way. And partially, I'm going to say, because I'm not 100% sure if I'm keeping this long term, and I feel like I want to put it back in the packaging till I decide. I might decide after maybe getting another one. I don't know yet. But, you know, here's the base with the plants. This is like so, like, cheap plant, fake plant looking thing, like dollar store type feel. I don't know. That's what I think of this one. These little mushroom things are a little better. You know, they're more like effect parts looking things, and they're kind of cool and translucent blues. As you can see, there's two different kinds of blues going here, or just thicker one and lighter one. The base is actually really nice. Some nice mossy base, grassy mossy base. You can see that there's some sculpt there. There's some good sculpt there, and some paint. There's some paint in there, so it looks good. The base is very, very nice. You can see like Man-Thing popping out of there. But this one, you know, maybe if they put some paint on it, it would look a little better to me. But I don't know what else I'm expecting. But yeah, just get that dollar store thing it reminds me of. And you get this nice solid metal bar here, which is, you know, pretty much a ball joint up here, so you can move that all around. As for other articulation points, because we're just going like that, I guess, the legs here move. I think they're legs, yeah, like leg wings move on ball joints as well. And then the upper wings, I don't know what to call them. I do not know Banshee anatomy, but they're wings, right? They also move like so. Not a ton of range of motion on them, but you get movement. The head does move. The jaw does not move. This Banshee is constantly a wailing. You know, it is what it is, and that is it. The neck does not move. The tail doesn't move. It's not a bendy wire or anything. So do be careful if you're trying to do something. It is very soft plastic. As for the little figure, first off, I think it looks cool on there. I will say that. The full little package here is nice. You know, he's flying over the treetops or whatever. I think it's cool. I do dig it. And Jake on there, you know, looks pretty cool. He was holding the little ear thingies or whatever they are, antennae. And, you know, that works okay. It works. You know, it works. You gotta finagle it, but, you know, it goes in. So, you know, it is what it is. He's a tiny little figure. Then you can take Jake off, and he does have articulation as well. The head moves. It's cool. The arms move, and they're on little ball joints, so they have some nice range of motion. The legs, also, same thing, which is cool. There's no knee bend. He's in this constant knee bend. The tail does not move. But yeah, you know, you do get 5 POA, and 4 of those POAs are ball joints. So that's kind of cool, you know. I don't mind that. I think that's pretty good for such a tiny figure. But let's look at it more finely. The eyes are actually painted. And they're painted decently for something so small. There's paint on the face. You know, he's got that forehead little thing band. The hair is actually nicely sculpted all the way down to the braid. No paint on the hair, but, you know, it's fine. Look at all the work on the back for such a little thing, you know? There's nothing really here to fault because it's so small, but, like, I think the skin tone looks pretty good. The one thing I will say is they didn't paint the little strap that goes around them on the back, and that's a bummer. Like, the back you're going to see a lot, I think, you know, because he's riding. So that's a little bit of a bummer. There's no brown paint that goes all the way around. There is brown paint on the armband there and on that gauntlet. And the sculpt is pretty good there. The arms, you can see there's a lot of paint on that, on both arms. There's little ties here, and those aren't painted either. Chest has no paint that I can see. Some sort of marking down there. But what is that? Is that a marking or is that just dirt? It almost looks like a tattoo. I can't tell. I can't, even zoomed in, I can't tell what's going on there. Anywho, I'll move on because I can't tell what it is. The little loincloth here is actually pretty well sculpted in that like seafoam green. It's got nice like traps. Not bad, not bad, guys, not bad. Legs, again, you got the paint on there and it looks good. Straps on the legs are painted. Going into the front part here. Really nice. Feet. So, you know, I mean, look. It's tiny. But for what it is, I mean, look, it could ride on my thumb, you know? That's how small we're talking. Oh, and he's got a little bracelet, little necklace, and that's not painted either. So there's a few points which I wish were painted, but at the same time, there is a lot of paint on this little guy. His little tail, the tip of the tail is painted. So I don't mind this. Despite what I said about the paint, I don't mind this. I think that's kind of cool. But we're here for some Banshee action. You know, we like our monsters, and that's why I bought this. Because I do like it, and it looks cool, you know. It's kind of the size, give or take, of the, you know, those smaller dragons that Mcfarlane's been doing. Like the one I recently reviewed, the Gold Dragon, Alduin. I mean, I think that one's a little bit bigger, but this one comes with a base and stuff, and it is cheaper. So, you know, it's around there. You could kind of scale them with that, I would say. Hopefully I'll be able to show that one in here. I don't know where I put it. The tail has some purple on it, some decent sculpt. The rest of the tail's okay. But then you got some nice paint going upwards here onto the back. And you got purple up here, green down here, and that looks pretty good. I like the paint there. Paint on the wings looks really good. Some little white flecks there on both sides. But overall, it's really nice. This is a decent sculpt, too. It really is. I like it a lot, actually. Those yellows look good in there with the green. Again, more purple, black tips here. Pretty decent wings. You got these little things, arm, finger things sticking out. Those look good. I like how the paint gradiates in there. That's pretty good. little, you know, design on top of it looks great. Shape of the wings are pretty good, guys, I gotta say. On the underside, though, you get no paint at all. Not a lick. A little bit on, you know, that, but... yeah, wait a second. That's not paint. Those are holes. Oh, how did I not notice that? Those are holes. That's interesting. Did not notice that. That's pretty cool. That's interesting. But the sculpt work on the bottom is alright, you know? You know, these smaller leg wings, it all looks pretty good, too. I do dig it. I really like the design, man. You know, this print looks fantastic on there. But yeah, no paint on the underside of the legs and the arms and the wings, you know. You get this hole here, and then you get the straps here for the harness. So that's a thing, you know. I think, I'm not sure, but I feel like the bigger ones, the harness is removable. But this one, it's just sculpted in the harness. So, you know, that's kind of a detriment to this. You know, I wish it wasn't. But there are Banshees available that do, you know, are just free Banshees. So that's cool. So this one is in particular, you know, Jake's Banshee, you know, and so he's got to ride it. And this was the only Banshee I saw except for the bigger one, which I wasn't going to be getting. Although it does look nice. At least not right now. Maybe on a price drop or something. You know, maybe if you guys love this review, you know, I could be convinced. But the harness in total looks not bad. The neck is pretty good. You got some of that design, black design on there as well. I really like that. I think that's really nice. The little antenna, like I said, you know, look really cool. Or hairs or whatever they are. Mane. A little orange on there. Let's zoom in a little bit. It looks pretty good. Some nice sculpt work on them. Purple and greens look good together. And then the head sculpt is nice. The eyes are yellow. I like that. Nice cheek designs. Well, some orange down there. Pretty good looking. I like it. I like the profile. I think it's pretty nice. Front, just get black. For the inside of the mouth, teeth are painted down here, though. That's pretty good. Teeth are painted up there, too. Black and white. So, not bad. It's not bad, guys. I like it. I do. I think this is a cool little beastie. You know? Again, gaping hole there, but, you know, you're going to have him on that stand more than likely. So, it is not a bad, and not bad. And with, you know, with Jake, you know, I started off saying, I don't know if this is worth it, but I like what I got. So, I'm glad I got it. Is it worth 20 bucks, though? Maybe. There's a level of detail here that's worthy. And then the base and stuff. Trying to work out the math. I don't know. I'm on the fence. If it was a little bit low, I'd be, like, totally on board. Like, 15 bucks for this. Be awesome. But, 20? I don't know. But I do like it. And for your size comparisons, here are Jake and the Banshee with a bunch of other figures you might have in your collection. And then, boy, was I wrong with the sizing of that guy. Yeah, I'm going to say this guy is definitely worth the 20-something bucks. And that is not. And my final thoughts, well, you know, it's a mixed bag because on one hand, I like it. I think it's cool, you know, it's lacking some paint here and there. On the other hand, 20 bucks for this? I mean, in the package, you're like, yeah, this is a $20 package. It's a big package, it's laid out nicely. Then you get everything out and everything together and you're like, well, I don't know about $20 for this. It's so small. There's a lot of detail. Do the details count as, you know, where the price is? I don't know, guys. I don't know if it works that way. So, it's gonna be a hard sell for me to say I recommend it. I think it's cool. I think the Banshee on its own, I know there's Banshee figures on their own, and they're a lot cheaper. You know, like half the price of this. That's worth it, for sure. And I know there's like mid-range $15 figures of this. You know, that's where I feel like this should be at, 15 bucks. However, that said, I do like it. I think it's cool, and I do want to check out more. So you guys let me know down below what you think of this, and if you want to see me check out more, because I certainly do. You know, I certainly do want to check out more stuff in this particular small line. And there you go. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you please like, comment, subscribe, share, check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out.